Good evening, and thank God it's Friday. Another beautiful day for us to talk about things where they happen for the world, but particularly our country, Nigeria. Welcome to Updated Precious. Another beautiful day to Nyan matter we get to do with our country. I don't always sweet my belly to bring on an update of things that they share for inside Nigeria. All right, welcome. So today is Friday. We get our Friday Sunday tonic for inside the house, and I'm going to follow us put mouth for talk for the matter then we get to them. Because as I talk to you right now, matter the hot, Aso Rock the ginger, and so we hear say people they shake, place they shake, people they fear. Why? Because Uncle Donald Trump don't designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. As a matter of fact, he cites different things. He said thousands of Christians are being killed by extremist Islamists. Extremist Islamists. He said we stand ready, willing, and able to save a great Christian population around the world. In fact, instead they no go fit fold their hands, they watch me that kind atrocity they occur. They come fold their hand, say, "Bah, you don't reach when they go." As people can say, "Come, Uncle Dona, come." You mean well, Abi, you don't mean well because we don't understand you. This one way they talk like this. At the end of the day, waiting you get to gain for this thing where you did do. Now, because I say you too love black Christians, you too love black Christians. Well, we'll reach that the more to go talk about them. So yeah, moving on with headline: U.S. designates Nigeria as country of particular concern. Trump says thousands of Christians are being killed by Islamist extremists. And that was after a U.S. lawmaker insists that Trump should designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern, as bandits kill pastor, kidnap 20 worshippers. And the man say, you don't do. Meanwhile, yeah, but let's move on. Petrol soars above 1,000 naira per liter as Tinubu okays 15% import tariff. What? Laura, say Tinubu raise up. That's where you talk. Oga don't raise up. Okay, let's move on to other issues. Oh, by the way, ADC don't respond to that one. Nigerians can't take more pain and fuel tax. Oga the raise up. ADC tells Tinubu. We could move on to other issues, Jare, because time no day for us. Nights don't come. But today is Friday, so people should not be in a hurry to go. I mean, this gist, I feel day with at 1 o'clock. Today is Friday. You rest tomorrow. About 35 million Nigerians could go hungry by June 2026. That is half of next year, before the end of the first half of next year. Who make this report? I mean, this assertion and to whom? That's the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. Now then they talk this one. Why they talk up? You don't know when the time reach. Because even this one now will be say we don't add tariff, be import tariff for inside fuel price. You know what's gonna happen. Mali-based terrorist group JNIM reportedly claims first attack on Nigerian soldiers in Kwara State. This, according to reports, say na them kill, na them with their full chest, na them kill Kwara, na them. We say, what can you do about it? Na them with their full chest. Hey! All right, Tinubu showed where he is coming from by commuting sentences of drug traffickers, murderers, Mariam Sanda presidency. Who talk this one? Hey! Okay, let's move on. And then Nigerian youth should stop protesting, focus on negotiating with Tinubu's government. Minister Olawande, now they talk to them. How can I stop to protest? How can I negotiate with Tinubu government? Why are you protesting for? Only now hungry they catch. Poverty strips Nigerians of dignity. Many still sell votes for 5,000 naira. I like Sonia and I talk this. I deliberately brought this conversation because I like us to talk about it. Now, still talking about Nigeria economy, poverty, and all of those. David Hundeyi asserted, say Nigeria would have hit 1 trillion economy, 1 trillion GDP if Jonathan jailed opponents. That's it, to say Jonathan jailing opponents them. That his tolerance costs Nigeria its progress. Do you believe that? Well, let's go on to other issues. My invitation to Akpabio, other colleagues, procedural, not personal. Natasha clarifies that one. People don't talk, say, oh, Madam Natasha, you do too much. So how can you come start posting after it be said they don't read your matter or your invite for the floor? It'd be like saying as people talk about that. In fact, we'll go talk about that matter when the time reach. Now, alleged coup plot. We hear that 15 more officers have been arrested as detention figures exceed 40. 15 more officers arrested as detention. That is, don't detain more than 15 people, 40 people right now. Even for the coup, we no happen. Sorry, we them say no happen. All right, terrorists abduct several traders in Birnin Gwari community in Kaduna State. That one still there. We'll talk about one person dead in stampede as Niger residents hustle for Governor Bago's cash ahead of council poll. That is the money when they give ahead of the council poll. People they drag, and so people stampede. One person don't die. Other people shot wound, then they there. All right. Al Qaeda linked terror group claims first attack in Nigeria, says army personnel killed. Did he happy? Nigeria High Court sacks PDP House of Reps member Gumi for defecting to APC. So the High Court say for you to defect, we sack you. But the problem is say the other appellate courts them or the or courts them waiting for up, then go sustain this sack. I be they go say, oh come on, a party member will leave them. Well, when the time reach, you go talk about them. Nigerian resident doctors declare indefinite nationwide strike under Tinubu from November 1. That is this midnight gone like this. As they enter the show to midnight PM, they don't go strike. People where they don't put out for surgery and all of those severe cases, they go come on glove, hands off for their matter, say they need to do again. What will be their face? Okay, I could just move on to other issues very quickly. How I spent 756 million naira during Tinubu's 2023 presidential campaign. MCO low money boast. They talk. Go hear about them. Seven waiting again. I use the money. 756 million naira. How did he get the money? Court bars INEC from recognizing outcome of PDP National Convention. And then PDP not agreed. They said they go ahead with the convention. Southeast PDP lawmakers threatened to boycott convention over woman leader position. In all this and other matter, now go bring on the mouth. Welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to bring on a matter them really hot for inside the country. Joining me for the studio on my Friday, Sunday tonic. Prince Francis Chilaka. Thank you so much for joining us. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Precious, how are you?
I'm still inside the house, sir. The house is still howling. It's inside the house that we are, sir. Welcome. I hope you're doing okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Great. Good to see you. All right.
Yeah,
so
I hear your country is doing fine as well.
Yeah.
I was hearing one funny gist today. I don't know if you heard that it looks like your president is not in Nigeria.
He did where in day.
All right, I just heard that from somebody, and I said I was going to ask you if you know where your president is.
I don't know, Gio. You will bring he who alleges or rumors must provide now. You who are
what are you proving?
Prove to me now.
What are you proving? After all, you were told that there was no coup, yet people have been arrested. But that's the truth.
That's not fair.
Because they say there is no coup. Nobody plotted any coup. But yet, people have been arrested. People's houses have been searched. We hear that even a former governor, the man follow Cotonou, been Cameroon, been Côte d'Ivoire, the man follow the Iran. So what's going on? What's going on in your country? Why is it that whatever you hear from your country, you just don't take it and go and sleep?
Oh, we never even start G7. You don't they give your country headache, Prince Francis. Like, is that how we're going to do this thing?
River State for 6 months had an expatriate, and now the expatriate is gone. We have the former governor who has come back as a repentant governor, and nobody hears anything anymore. It's like River State is no longer in the map of Nigeria.
Why you call a repentant governor like repentant bandits? Then give them, then de-radicalize them, disarmament, then come.
He has been reabsorbed and integrated into the system.
Thank you for the insults to my state, sir. I appreciate you. If I say you carry me for mine today, come the show. I better not vex.
You look at the time they drag me from. They drag me like I passed my neighbor generator.
No vex.
Eh?
No vex.
When they don't carry heavy stamp on a country.
No vex.
Maybe what America has done, maybe what the president of America has done.
I never understand the story. Oh yeah, make I leave you.
Maybe that would encourage your president to understand that reintegration, reabsorption, whatever you're doing, the radicalization and all of that, it's not working.
Okay.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time the government wakes up to reality. People are being slaughtered in Nigeria, and I think the likes of Reno Mokri should be ashamed of himself. I mean, I don't know why the American government has not revoked his own visa, because that man is not worth being in America. He's one of the major problems this country have. A man who goes to sleep happy that other people are not sleeping well. Look at the nonsense he has done of himself. And he's actually the reason why the country is where it is today. This federal government, if they have what it takes to do the right thing, they should call for Reno Mokri and jail him.
All right, so let's get straight to the conversation. Now, the United States today, Friday, designated the African nation, that is the African nation Nigeria, as a country of particular concern over alleged killing of Christians there. Now, US President Donald Trump, who made the announcement on Truth Social, said the way this man, they market this in Truth, no one yet say he used Twitter again, even though say the owner was his friend. Okay, so yes, he announced for Inside in Truth Social, and of course the White House also, in fact, Trump announced it. His decision in a Truth Social post today, Friday, which was shared on the White House X handle. Now, according to a publication by the Family Research Council in 2022, to declare a country of particular concern is such an official designation typically made by the US government, primarily the Secretary of State, under specific US laws. Now, the exact meaning and implications of the designation depend on the specific legislation applied, but it generally indicates that the country engages in activities detrimental to US interests or universal human rights standards. So, in the post, the US president wrote, Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. In case you know here and well, he say radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. But that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group are slaughtered like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide, something must be done. So you talk. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. ASAP, I add. Now, Trump further said that the US is willing to save Christians in Nigeria and other countries from what he described as atrocities, bedeviling them to save the population around the world. I don't know whether you understand that things. I'm sorry, sir. Not vex talk like that. Is they willing to save Christians in Nigeria and other countries from what he described as atrocities? Even though somebody don't question the intent of US, what did they really stand to gain by this? Because a lot of people go to say, I'm sorry, no white country or Western country actually loves you that much. They don't love you that much. Then they do what they do because of what they stand to gain. That's what people think. Now, the United States, quoting him, said the United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries too. We stand ready, willing, and able to save a great Christian population around the world. His post reads or added. Now, it's crazy. People don't talk. Tire, say in the past, people don't talk. In fact, make I even talk to one we happened earlier today, because earlier today, US lawmaker Riley Moore we be saying talk about he doubled down on the campaign for President Trump to designate Nigeria. That is just before Trump's announcement as a country of particular concern. He cited reports of the killing of a pastor and abduction of other church members in Kaduna State. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that I also mentioned that a pastor, an evangelist, and another person were kidnapped. Mr. Moore described the killing of Yahaya Kambasia, the pastor of the United Church of Christ in Nigeria, UCCN, popularly known as Hakan, and the abduction of his church members as horrific in a post on X. Horrific news, he said, out of northern Nigeria. Horrific news out of northern Nigeria. A pastor was shot and killed, and 20 Christians were abducted. This is the second attack on this same Christian community just this month alone, he wrote. Now he added, enough is enough. It's time to designate Nigeria a country of particular concern, he wrote. And then he tagged Secretary Rubio and says, make you do something. I saw he tag him. Now, Amos Kiri, national president of Hakan, in a statement on Thursday, confirmed the killing of the pastor and the abduction of church members, Farin Dutse, Karu local government, the church members in Farin Dutse in Kauru local government area of Kaduna State. I think that abduction was on October 28, 2025. That announcement. Now, the attack resulted in the death of Reverend Yahaya Kambasia and the kidnapping of over 20 people. Among them are Hakan members. Mr. Kiri said the bandits invaded the community and started shooting sporadically, of course, in their tradition. So let's shooting sporadically at locals and whisked away those captured. Now, Mr. Moore, who represents West Virginia's 2nd District in the U.S. House of Representatives, had in a letter addressed to U.S. Secretary of State Mark Rubio in October, urged authorities to designate Nigeria a country of particular concern. And then he's, doubling down on it again. The U.S. lawmaker cited reports that corrupt cells of the Nigerian government, he say corrupt cells of the Nigerian government may be complicit and even directly involved in some of these attacks. Amid a campaign against Christian genocide in Nigeria, Ted Cruz, of course a Republican U.S. senator, proposed a Nigerian Religious Freedom Accountability Act that would target government officials facilitating the murder of Christians and implementations of blasphemy laws with sanctions. That's to say, if Nigeria say they won't do blasphemy, for instance, what happened to Deborah, made them, give them sanction or punish anybody with them. Now, while President Bola Tinubu's government has reportedly denied Christians genocide in Nigeria, the Christian Association of Nigeria affirmed Mr. Cruz's position, urging the international community to intervene. And of course, we do know that we have seen citizens of the Benue State. In fact, the guest I had here once, Barrister Frank, even made a video where he announced that they wrote to US government to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and that they're looking forward to the US responding to them. Because I've had a guest here before who said that actually Benue State people now report this matter, carry and go reach US Senate front. The question they say, Prince Francis Chilaka, waiting will happen to Nigeria when this happen, and then waiting US stands to gain, because people they talk say, as I said earlier, the US doesn't just love you like that. They need to do anything for nothing. So who suffers the most in this? Our economy, our natural resources, or not just a liberation for Nigerian Christians based on waiting them talk?
All right, let's start from the beginning. Obviously, Christians have been killed in Nigeria.
Christians have been killed? You're affirming that?
Yes, whether you like it or not. When we say Christians have been killed, churches have been burnt.
The mosques have been burnt.
Precious and coming.
Okay.
Christians have been killed. Mosques have been. Churches have been burnt. Yes, it doesn't mean that the Muslim faith, they are not suffering it. But the question is, who are those responsible? What faith do they belong to? What makes it a genocide is when you say a particular sect is after another sect that doesn't believe or accept what they're doing. If you look at the killings in the north, especially in Benue, in Plateau, you'll find out that even in Kaduna, in Niger State, in Sokoto State, you find out that it is more predominantly areas that Christians domicile. Yes.
Okay.
So that is why people are saying, oh, it is targeted at Christians. So you can't run away from that. But once in a while, for me, I just think it is, trying to, damage control. You have a mosque burnt. You hear one person has been killed. But who is doing it?
So you feel saying just they kill Muslim join and just to balance the equation, not be saying that.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it.
Oh wow.
Because they have, see, let me be very honest with you. I'm a Nigerian, just like you. It pains me to see another Nigerian living in IDP camp. And nobody is lifting a finger. Nobody is saying,
Did
how
you
do we
hear that we spent? Did you hear how much we spent? How much Borno State government spent on de-radicalizing Boko Haram members
Precious,
in
if
9
you
months?
like, it is one word that even for you and I to pronounce it, the anger, the frustration, because we don't see it achieving what it is meant to achieve. There are certain things you would not want to say because you feel that pronouncing it is anathema. So the truth of the matter is, why are Nigerians within Nigeria, we are not at war? Why are they living in IDP camps? Who are those who have taken over their ancestral homes? Are they Christians? They're not. But they're Muslims. And this is where there's a problem. That our inability to draw a line between religion and governance. It's a big problem. On the side of the Christians, they're not killing anybody, but you just hear them have this laissez-faire attitude. Leave it to God. Leave it to God. And then you ask yourself, for how long will you continue to leave murderous elements to God? They murder you, they rape your daughters, they rape your wives, they destroy your farmland, and they claim that they are worshiping Allah. They claim they are Muslims. So they are the ones that are bringing this onto themselves. Now they've made Nigeria to become a country where everybody's beaming their searchlight. Then tell me, where and how do you expect your so-called investors that your government is looking for, where are they going to come to? Who do you think will come to invest in a country where people believe they can be killed at any point in time and nothing happens? You and I in this country where a young man who went to his farm to farm defended himself against what we call bandits, herdsmen, and your Supreme Court sentenced him to what? To death. But then, on the other side, you have your director, DSS, coming on national TV and saying, Nigerians, protect yourselves. Go and learn taekwondo. Go and learn karate so you can defend yourselves. So in one breath, a government official who is meant to be in the forefront of providing security is asking you to go and defend yourself. In another breath, the court that is supposed to protect you, knowing that what you've done is self-preservation, sentences you. So where do you leave the ordinary Nigerians? At the mercy of whom? And that's why I say the government is not thinking out of the box. The government needs to think out of the box. And maybe now is the time for government to begin to follow the advice of El-Rufai. It says, take them out. Because there's no amount of, reintegration you're going to do, rehabilitation you're going to do that will make them stop. It's like saying you want to stop somebody who is a drug addict. And you do not take the person off the system. So this guy has been doing drugs, let's say, for the last 5 years.
But okay.
I'm coming, Precious.
Okay, sir.
Somebody's been doing drugs for the last 5 years. And then in 3 months, you think you can stop him from taking drugs? So in 3 months, you believe that you have cured him and you send him back into that same society where he will have access to those drugs? You send him back. The first 1 month, he uses it to acclimatize. The next month, he uses it to build more followership. The third month of his release, he goes back into it. But this time around, he's not just going into the drugs alone. He's going to go with some people. And this is what's happening with all these so-called repentant. The kind of money these guys make, or the kind of free life that is open to them. And then suddenly they come and you say, oh, we want to help you. We want to train you. And then you put them into a system that provides an avenue for them to continue to meet with those people who you claim force them into that kind of lifestyle. Precious, it will not work. It will not work. So for me, yes, you're talking about what is the interest of America. You should also ask what is the interest of your government. When the government goes to collect loan, what is their interest? Yes, it's a two-way thing. Because the government has proved beyond every reasonable doubt that they cannot manage themselves. And they've opened themselves up. So obviously, American government also have their own concerns. They have their own things they want to benefit from you, which you and I know is your natural resources.
So, sir, where does this leave the ordinary Nigerian now? And a lot of people go talk, say, immediately this rumor begin go around. The Nigerian government actually, in fact, actually do their best to try to show, say them they work. We showed working. The president changed the service chiefs. And he don't mandate them, say, no one complain again. Make them get straight to the business.
So, Precious, let me ask you. Sir? Precious, sir? Every evening you come on air and you try to create a platform for Nigerians to learn, Nigerians at home, Nigerians in diaspora, to learn about what is happening in the country. And then people start complaining, Precious, you are this, you came late, Precious, this, yeah, that. And then tomorrow you decide to change the name from Precious Any TV to Any Pre. Has anything changed? Nothing changes. It's not about changing your service chiefs. It's about government having the political will to do the right thing.
Do you think the government does not have the political will so far?
Well, not been shown, because they're using the resources of Nigerians, hard-earned resources. They're using taxpayers' money to tell you that they are integrating and rehabilitating killers. And it becomes maybe more worrisome when the first list of people to be granted clemency by your president is made up of murderers, 419ers, drug barons. What kind of message are you sending?
But the president changed him now.
Let me finish. Let me Precious. It is not that your president changed it. At what point? They did what they did because the people have started crying out. But was that the right thing to have been done in the first place? The person who prepared that first list, has the person been called to book? Has that person been punished? So that tomorrow some other person will not do it. You saw what happened with your late president, Muhammadu Buhari. Each time they release names of people they want to give honor, you must find the dead there. Each time they release name of people they want to make minister, you must find one dead person there, or two or three. Who has been responsible for these mistakes? Has anyone been punished? We can't run a society where there is no punishment for crime, no punishment for offense. And you think that that society will develop. It will not. So we must have a system that punishes. The system we have in Nigeria is only meant to punish the poor man. And that is why you hear, a man went to steal a loaf of bread. The judge will give him 10 years. A man goes to steal bottle of palm wine, the court will give him 15 years. But yet you have your political class, you have your political leaders who are milking this country dry, who are stealing in billions and taking them outside the shores of Nigeria. You have a minister who has been accused, allegedly, of using taxpayers' money to buy houses in the US for himself, for his wife, and his children. You have a former governor who took state funds to pay school fees of a child that has not even started school. Has such persons been punished? You have a minister who scammed 200 million Nigerians with an non-existing national carrier, and nobody is doing anything about it. You have a former minister who was accused of transferring money meant for ordinary Nigerians into frivolous accounts. Nobody gets punished.
The president sacked her.
Sacking her is not enough pressure. She must be punished. You have a government where the ministers are having questionable certificates. Fraud. That is fraudulently. What has happened to them? But you saw what happened to the young girl that had issues with JAMB. You saw how the young girl was dragged on social media, dragged on television, disgraced on every platform. So the ordinary Nigerians must be killed when they do something wrong, while the political class must be preserved when they do something wrong. And you think the society will move forward. You think the society will grow. I find it very funny that even the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has come out to say, oh, Christians, there's no genocide in Nigeria. Even the revered Bishop Kuka came out and said, oh, there's no genocide in Nigeria. But you've seen video of those who are down the line, those who are smelling like the sheep that they're shepherding, telling you that we are being slaughtered. You saw the nonsense and mockery of a nation that Renal Mockery put us through. And yet he has kept quiet. Nothing has been done about it. So these are the people who on their own have aided and abetted the situation we have. And they are the ones who should be held, called to order and questioned. So for me, whatever America wants to gain from it is best known to them. But the point is, these killings in the south, in the north, by these bandits, by headsmen, by Lukarawa, by whatever name you want to call them, it needs to stop. People must go back to their ancestral homes. It's very important.
Okay, because there's a lot of questions I'd like to ask in that regard. I mean, this whole thing no starts for Tinubu tenure. As a matter of fact, one of them matching order we President Tinubu gave the service chiefs yesterday now to tell them, say, let's what started in 2009 not continue, make it end. Meaning say no start with them. Even precede Muhammad Buhari administration. So it didn't start now. And then we don't expect him to have a magic wand to stop it immediately.
Precious.
Many people will say, and that's what the president says. So I'm commenting on your question. Sir.
No, Precious, hold on. I like where you're coming from, and I'm going to correct some impression. If you recall, in 2013, 2014, leading up to the 2015 election, the APC came and told Nigerians, we are going to change the status quo. We are going to end the menace of Boko Haram, whatever name they want to be called. So that was the promise the APC made. But I kept telling Nigerians then that what APC was chanting was not change. Buhari was not chanting, Buhari was not chanting change. He was chanting chains. But Nigerians didn't understand what he meant by chains. What they believed in was change. And so they used the propaganda of the cheaper girls, the insecurity in the north, that was actually enveloping the entire country. They used it as an excuse to grab to power. 8 years of Buhari was a disaster because that 8 years was more like he opened the windows and the doors and said, you guys come in and take fresh air. And then to worsen it, after those 8 disastrous years, another chieftain of the same party, Mohamed Tinubu, came to power. And he kept telling Nigerians, I am going to continue where Buhari stopped. So is there any difference? Is there any difference? He is continuing from where Buhari stopped. So it is not like saying there's a new party, you know, for me, there's nothing like a new sheriff in town. It's still the same old people. Because it's still the same party. It's still the same philosophy. It's still the same ideology. That is what is following. So you don't come and give me an excuse and tell me, oh, Buhari and Bola Tinubu is just 2 years. Bola Tinubu says, I am going to continue from where this man stopped. And he has kept faith with that. In 2012, 2013, when Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy, these are the people who gathered as clowns. They all gathered together and said, no, subsidy must not go. But Bola Tinubu has come to power. He has removed subsidy. Yet all those ministers of God who gathered with him at Ojota to even bury a man that was still alive, where are they today? How come they're not speaking? How come they're all keeping quiet? They're all keeping mute. So to a large extent too, I think it is high time the Christians in Nigeria begin to think as if there is no box.
All right, sir. So
the Christians, I'm coming. The Christians in Nigeria have become so gullible, too gullible, that those who shepherd them are taking advantage of them.
All right, sir. So there are lots of things where Nigeria go face or suffer because of this sanction. I know, say we don't dey in this condition before, and the way where we dey now for inside the economy, if you say we dey in the right place, so if you say this kind of thing will take happen, there are economic sanctions that would come with this. Restrictions, you know, these sanctions will come with restrictions on U.S. foreign aid, trade, and other economic interactions. This one, especially because you know what's in the happen with Donald Trump and new tariff, where say other countries, including Nigeria, they battle with already. There are also diplomatic actions, perhaps reduce diplomatic engagement. In fact, people like Wole Soyinka already they suffer inside when they never even sanction us already because you don't already losing visa. And then there are other
please, precious. Don't bring up Wole Soyinka in this program.
No, but these are part of the issues.
No. Don't bring him. If you bring him up, I will walk out of your stage.
Hey, sorry, sir.
Yes, because that man is a man a lot of us looked up to as a man with wisdom. But unfortunately, he is not. He has not proven that to the younger generation of Nigerians who looked up to him. So if a man loses his integrity and he gets stepped on, you don't come to defend him. As far as I'm concerned, whatever is happening to Wole Soyinka, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about now. If you recall, before the elections, Wole Soyinka himself said that if Donald Trump wins the election, he was going to, tear his party.
That was 2016 election. That was Trump's first administration. Trump
go back. The American government don't forget. It's the truth. So he's just suffering his own. He has nothing to do with what's happening now. He has his own scores. He has his own scores.
Remember, the U.S. embassy don't also tell on Nigeria, U.S. mission to Nigeria, don't say a lot of people. In fact, before now, they don't deny.
The people that have been denied this visa, are they the poor Nigerians?
The poor Nigerians follow inside now.
Who are the poor Nigerians?
At the end of the day, poor Nigerians.
Precious, who are the poor Nigerians? Is it the Nigerian that has not been able to eat 3 square meals a day? Are they the Nigerians you're talking about? If you're talking about people being denied visa, Precious, how much is visa? How much is international passport today? First of all, you must get the international passport. Then you now start the vigor the vigorous exercise involving in getting a visa. I beg, the woman when they sell rice, when Lagos State government they chase up and down, they scatter their shop, then they go for visa. I'm asking you.
Sir?
Yes, ma. The man that is driving Keke Napep, is he the one going for visa? So we must not always take the fact that the ordinary Nigerians are suffering and we say, the ordinary Nigerians have been suffering.
So, sir, another angle be said, normally, me and you know as they do, British passports, US passports, other countries not gonna line up here. And you know how they extra scrutinize your own passport because they be Nigerian. Now, this na part of, and then the kind of eye way they even look you if you present yourself as Nigerian for most of it. So this na things we be say we're supposed to avoid now.
Precious point of order. The same way these foreigners look at you, is that not the way your immigration and customs at the NDLEA at the international airport? Is that not how they look at you? You want me to share an experience with you? Is that not how they look at you? Do they have respect for you? The people you see in Nigeria wearing uniform, do they have respect for the Nigerians who are traveling out of the country? I'm asking you, do they? So when you need to remove the splinter in your eyes before you begin to talk about the log in some other person's eye.
Okay, sir.
It is because your Nigerian people, your Nigerian security agencies don't have respect for the ordinary Nigerians. So that is why when Nigerians say they want to protest, your security agencies will come out with tear gas and begin to tear gas innocent Nigerians that are protesting. And then you expect other countries to treat you well? Please, charity begins at home.
All right, sir. So another angle to this conversation, and people go to talk, say, Shebi, them been talk something one time, we didn't talk, say, somebody been gossip, say, our president na CIA active agent. So people they talk, say, people they ask the question that with this designation now, it may say the so-called file them when they say they where the government not talking nothing inside those files anyway. But say those files, is it possible that perhaps whatever it is that has kept those files from being revealed could be revealed at this time, or this one no concern that diplomatic
Precious, it's gonna get interesting. The coming days is gonna the coming days is gonna get interesting. I am telling you, it's gonna get interesting. You should have asked yourself, since your president became president, why has he not gone to any meeting in America?
He was in Onga now.
When was that?
2003 Onga, a big 2023 Onga.
Okay, and you saw his performance? Or you didn't see it? See, for me, it doesn't matter whatever America wants to designate Nigeria as. My own is that we need to take steps to protect lives and properties of Nigerians. If this is the way, if this is what will make our government wake up and do the right thing, I'm in support of it.
All right. So there's also this coup plot issue. Before we get to the coup plot, a lot of people, because of this issue where they happen, they one of the US reports where I've been read, where Carrie say, in fact, that particular report indicts Nigerian military. Talk say Nigerian military, they fold and they watch. Waiting then call them, they say Fulani jihadists, them go kill Christians, go people houses, villages, shoot them, pursue them. And Nigerian military stand by and do nothing. Those were their words. In fact, that was what's me that one of those US tabloids nine write them like that. This is very worrisome if they get that interpretation. But I'd like to share your opinion on this. Say our Nigerian army, the fold hand, the watch, they didn't do anything. Make Fulani militia. Those were the words. I didn't use these words. That they fold hands and watch and do nothing while Fulani militia kill Christians.
Precious, how many Chibok girls were kidnapped? Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
How many Dapchi girls were kidnapped? How were they conveyed to the hideout of the kidnappers?
It's still a mystery, sir.
So when you solve that mystery, you will understand where we are in this country today. You heard what happened in Plateau State, in Benue, the last, is it Yalawata or so?
Mm.
You heard when the people said that the military could not do anything. Severally, Precious, severally you've heard that when people have been attacked, when communities have been attacked, that there's always a military checkpoint, but the military will tell you nobody gave them order to engage. Who do they need an order to engage for?
Mm.
So you see, when people say, oh, Nigerians are carrying news, indicting the army, indicting the security, no, but they are the ones indicting themselves. You've seen videos of military officers saying that the weapon they're using to fight these guys are inferior to what these guys are carrying. You saw video of them coming to negotiate with government officials in Katsina State. You saw how they were armed to the teeth. You saw the kind of weapons they were carrying. You saw the other video where they were attending a wedding ceremony of one of their own. Precious, let us go a step further. The things that have been happening with these bandits in the north, the kind of treatment they're giving them, are they giving the same treatment to those they call IPOB and ESL in the southeast? Are they? Do you know how many young, go to the southeast, you'll find out that the whole young boys in the southeast have disappeared. They have all run away because of fear of being attacked, being kidnapped, being killed. You saw what happened in Okuma community. Okuma community in Delta State, isn't it? You saw what happened. Precious, sir? You followed this thing as a journalist. Tell me, in what state in the north have soldiers been attacked and killed that the soldiers will go back to carry out a reprisal attack? Mention one. Maybe I'm not in tune with reality, but mention one of them. So these are the excuses that has formed that decision, or that have formed that thinking or mindset that there must be some level of connivance. And as you know, behind every rumor, there's an element of truth. I like to list it there.
Okay, so let's move on very quickly to other issues. This issue of coup, we hear say they don't arrest 15 other people on top of the ones where they arrest before. So far, the people where they don't arrest don't reach 40 because of the coup plot.
Wait, are you talking about the phantom coup, or you're talking about which are you talking about?
The alleged coup that did not happen.
Who alleged that there was a coup?
Them say.
Then from them say the government is arresting people. Is the government not ashamed of itself? Yes. You remember the chief of army staff came out and said there was no coup. The special advisor to the president on media came out and said there was no coup. So who plotted this coup that they're talking about? Maybe there was a different coup from the one Sahara reporters reported, which we're not aware of. But it shows you that APC government is full of deceit and lies.
But sir, do you expect them to come and tell us that there's a coup, they won't kill us, so they won't collect government? Would that not be a big problem, sir?
If the government comes out and tells you that there was no coup, why are you arresting people? That's the question. I'm not saying you should come out and admit, but the question is, if you have said that there was no coup, agreed. Somebody comes and says, oh, there was an accident on the way to the airport. A trailer, a truck had an accident with a small Toyota vehicle. And then last man comes out and says, there was no accident. We didn't see it. 2 days after, you hear that last man has gone to that same spot to take corpses. Apparently, people who died in that accident. If LASMA comes out again and tell you there was no accident, will you believe them? So the government should come clean. Okay, there was a coup. During the era of the military, whenever there is a coup and it fails, the military will own up. Yes, somebody tried this. They arrest people. Don't forget that the late Oladipo Diya was part of those who got arrested over a coup that he said he didn't know anything about. But today now, it is the same army. Maybe they've forgotten. Maybe Nigerians are. Maybe the military and the government they're having partial memory loss. Because they've forgotten that they told Nigerians that there was no coup.
But they're not the ones announcing this. Now, journalists announce them now. So
why are they? Well,
so it's still alleged. That's what it's still
precious. They're still alleged. They are still arresting people.
Allegedly.
But you heard what the DSS did to the Pre-Silva's house?
Yes, they never explain why they do them like that.
Where is the man?
Timmy Pre-Silva.
Yes.
He's saying the UK, they collect medical care, sir.
Okay. So, for me, whether I would like it or not, there was, call it phantom coup, call it whatever. I think there was a coup. And I want to believe that there was one. Just that the government has run out of option of telling lies. So they just have to, they're finding a way to indirectly admit that there was a problem.
Okay.
Because as we speak now, you know that the new chief of army staff seems to be a very younger officer.
Yes.
So all those who are above him now have to go. Do you know what we're losing?
We're guessing about 60 of them will retire. Because
it's going to be more than 60. It's going to get up to 100.
In fact, there is also gossip that in the reshuffle generals and all those people, they move them around.
New appointments have been made.
Now gossip, now gossip.
No. The army has come.
Across the military.
New appointments have been made. Reshufflements have been made. Yes. So but the thing I'm trying to see, what I'm driving at is there's something wrong with our thinking and the way we run this country. You use the resources of the people to train officers. At a point in time when you need them most, you retire them. They go with their experience and expertise. Who suffers it? Nigeria seems to be the only country where somebody is a general without going to war. Very soon you hear that somebody is a field marshal.
Field marshal. Are you saying this like what hey, who talked to some Femi Falana on wait tell Wiki say Weekend are the only live bencher we never gets cost. Sorry. Sit down for case for court.
But it's true now. He has never won a case in the court. He doesn't go to court.
Is that the interpretation you're giving to this conversation?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, sir.
Let's say the commander-in-chief should have done something, that would have shown that he is a truly commander-in-chief. He would have sent all the generals into the battlefield. Let them earn their keeping. I'm telling you. But do we do that? Rather, you have a lot of generals who sit on the desk, moving file, paper. Today they are writing too many grammar. Too many grammar. We need to change our orientation. We need to change that 1999 constitution. Okay. We need to change a lot of things.
Okay, sir. All right, let's quickly move on to other issues very quickly. So we hear since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had 15%, 15% import tariff for inside fuel. So fuel price don't pass 1,000 now they go up. It's okay. It go up, I go. Now, then ADC don't they cry, they tell Tinubu, say this your thing way they do. They well timed do. Nigerians they choke already now. To add this one on top their choking now, it go over choke their choking. This is not really a good time to use this. Nigerians can't even take more pain over this fuel tax that you're imposing on them. Then talk more things, but make a take a reaction if you want to talk on.
For me, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a trusted leader. He cannot be trusted.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Why you talk like that, sir?
He is not someone, he doesn't have a foresight.
But Nigerians trust him to vote and to be president.
He has no foresight, he has no conscience.
Hey, then why then vote him for president?
Who voted him?
Nigerians.
Who are the Nigerians?
8 million of them plus.
See, Mr. President needs to go and rest. And the earlier those who are pushing him on, urging him on, realizes that he needs to go and rest, if they don't do the needful, things are going to get worse. You see, those who are chanting, his return should mind what they are bringing upon Nigerians. All those who are busy shouting Emiloko part 2. We have not finished with part 1. We're still partnering with part 1. We have not even gotten to season 12 of part 1.
Ew.
But there are people who are already shouting for the production of part 2.
Ew.
They should be mindful of what they are wishing for. Because I can tell you this for free. What President Bola Ahmed is doing with taxation, unfortunately, is pushing more Nigerians into poverty. Whether you like it or not, no Nigerians have been pushed into poverty.
But okay, so there's 2 ways to this conversation. Some people they talk say, why some people believe say this is a necessary reform, so you be saying you need to make, because if you don't make this reform, our economy goes scatter kia. Other people they gossip, they talk say, oh, say na agenda to just make only own people they reach, the rest people can go to hell. I for like say now only people wait there around them, make the rich they continue to they rich. Say now waiting in it. Now waiting people they gossip be that. But see, I must say in they do this one just to be because of saying waiting the necessary policies where they necessary we need to implement for our economy to survive. Remember where Buhari leave us?
Where did Buhari leave you?
We be they use over 96% of our income, the service debt. Service.
Precious, where did Buhari leave you?
Well, now we don't meet our target in August.
Precious, you're not answering my question.
Let me turn your
Where
camera.
did Buhari leave
You
you?
go upside down. You see, I cannot answer when you're upside down, sir. Let me turn your camera.
What happened to my... Oh,
sorry, no vex, sir. Sorry, vex that one, okay. Sir.
So where did Buhari leave us? I
didn't think you'd come back to that question. I thought you'd go straight to respond to...
No. Well, this is a dialogue. Where did Buhari leave us? I mean, because government keeps blaming the government before, but who would President Bola Ahmed Tinubu blame? He's not in opposition. He didn't take power from an opposition party. He took power from his own party.
The party he campaigned from brought to power?
He was the national leader of APC when Buhari was the president. So, where did Buhari leave us? See, it is so bad that people are not seeing what is happening now. This whole thing about taxation, building the economy, revamping the economy, the Nigerian economy would have collapsed. When we were talking about the collapse of the Nigerian economy, let us be sincere with ourselves. When your president was asking the Nigerian people to be patient, what was he doing? He went and bought a brand new aircraft for himself.
And the presidency said, I want making that for old aircraft so they work. People want him to die.
While we were still talking about, he went to buy another toy.
Ew.
While we're talking about that, they allegedly said he bought a yacht. While we're busy talking about, Precious, please hold on. While we're busy talking about that, he gave 21 billion to refurbish the house of the vice president.
That he's not living in.
When Nigerians were groaning under this suffering, he made special allocation to the wife of the president.
Yeah.
While we say, oh, okay, Mr. President, this suffering, he said, no, He bought bulletproof SUVs for the honorable members and the senators. So in all of this, what was given to the ordinary Nigerians? In all of this, you had an INEC that promised Nigerians free and fair election. At the end of the day, they gave Nigerians, Yakubu was the worst so far. Has he been probed? But meanwhile, Emefiele, the former CBN governor, is being dragged all over the place like I passed my neighbor generator. So these are issues. So when people say, when people begin to talk about the issue of reforms, precious reforms that is killing the people is not a reform. It is not progressive.
But government say it is necessary so that the economy no go kukuma die.
If it is necessary, precious, if it is necessary, then your ministers won't be living large. Your governors won't be living large. It's not from them. Go and read about the Asian tigers. Those who put them where they are today use themselves as a yardstick for sacrifice. You can't be a father and you ask your children to fast 6 to 3 or 6 to 12, but meanwhile, by 9 a.m., you sit somewhere and you're drinking coffee. And you expect that your children will fast. Mr. President is not helping any local production. All we have heard is on paper, FDI. But where is the FDI itself?
Okay. All right. So as you talk,
the president is very close to the French president.
Yes.
Why is Vox not back in Nigeria?
Vox region.
Yes. Why are they not back in Nigeria? So when you're talking about these reforms, I just laugh because I don't understand. I don't understand how the reform that is pushing Nigerians into poverty seems to be the best thing you people are talking about.
Now, government, they talk themselves. Me, I just echo within them talk, sir.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, whatever policy this government has put in place is not for the ordinary Nigerians.
All right,
it's for the bourgeois.
All right, sir. So say for 2022, a report will come and say about 230 million Nigerians, 130 million Nigerians being face multi-dimensional poverty. And last year, a report come and say by the half of this year, plenty Nigerians go dey hungry. Another one don't come out again. Now, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FOA, they don't want to say about 34.7 million Nigerians. You can see the equation, including IDP people who they live for IDP. They face acute, this one, that is hunger where they show person shege banza, acute food insecurity by June 2026 if urgent action is not taken. And say US follow for people where they give us aid and all that. Now, with this sanction, now be with this prescription, I'll be waiting and talk them now. Those things then feel no come again. Those aid feel no come again because now part of what will go suffer. How Nigerians go? This how many thousand people how they won't use manage now? The warning is continuing. Of course, in the October 2025 report we said and bring out Food and Nutrition Insecurity Analysis jointly released by the FAO and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The report presented today, it show about 650,730 persons in Borno, Sokoto, and Zamfara may experience CH phase 3, that is hunger level where be say, or even worse by June 2026. And they say it further revealed that about 27.7 million people, including IDPs, are already facing crisis. That's the day inside already, or worse food insecurity level across 27 states of the. We didn't get 34 states. 8 people they face hunger for 27 states. Prince Francis Chilakasa, how you want to be? And this one a projection for 2026 June. Sir?
Precious,
Sir?
precious.
Sir?
We started talking about the policies of government earlier, and we talked about the 15% import duty on petrol. And then now you're talking about poverty. You're talking about hunger. Precious,
Sir?
between you and I, we know that trade, commerce, and businesses in Nigeria rely on PMS. Do we agree on that? Nigeria's hope can be renewed on poverty, hunger, psychological defect, and insecurity. So what hope are you promising the people? What hope are you promising the people? Your farmers can't go to the farms. We seem to pretend to ourselves that these things are not in existence. So what food do you think the people will eat? When the farmers can't go to the farm, you hear farmers cry out and say, bandits, terrorists are asking them to pay levies. For those who are able to pay, they allow you, and that levy, that money you pay has an expiry time limit. For those who are not able to pay, what do? They go into those farms and destroy them. Where is your military? Where is your police? But you find your policemen all over the place, checkpoints. In Lagos, you find them carrying bags. You find your policemen doing security, escorting trucks, carrying mineral resources to be exported by the Chinese. We see all these things. We just get tired. We don't even know how to address them. So those who are meant to protect you and I, they are busy doing what they're not supposed to be doing. Yes. And then somebody sits somewhere and tells you, oh, don't worry, our policies are working. Please, what policies? The same policy that made a minister of FCT to spend 39 billion or thereabout refurbishing an existing structure. So what are you really talking about? It's one thing in one hand to say, oh, Volkswagen is back in Nigeria. Peugeot is back in Nigeria. This one is back in Nigeria. But when they are not, so what are you producing? Precious, please tell me. You and I know that the cost of production has skyrocketed, with people being banded A, band B, bandwagon, bandless. A country where your president will come out and say, we cannot afford to pay for electricity, so we're going to put solar. So the ordinary Nigerians, some living under the bridge, some that have nowhere to lay their heads, they are the ones that you have put under band A. So you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So by the time you rob the people, every month the government will declare excess money. They go and share. Governors are living large. President is smiling. The Senate president is smiling. The senators are smiling. The honorable. That is why a man like your deputy speaker, who was in Abia when the orgies, the Chodo, the Ikpazos, when they ruined that state, he didn't lift a finger. But suddenly, when a man has come forward and is turning the state into an El Dorado, he now comes out and tells you, I am number 6. And because I'm number 6, I cannot afford to have you in other party to be my governor. Is that not the height of hypocrisy and insensibility? Is that not the height of stupidity for anybody to talk? You're looking at a governor that is working, and you're saying all that kind of trash. It simply shows you that this group of people, this core human beings, whatever one you want to call them, that call themselves leaders, they are not leaders. They are parasites. Living off the people. That is what they are.
So you feel say without the people money, they no go survive?
Where they won't survive? Precious, I'm a beneficiary of public school. And that is why I keep telling you that it is the legacy of late Jakonde that he's actually the one that built Lagos. I'm a beneficiary of his legacy. I mean, these other governors that came after him, what are their legacies? Let them point to one. When there was need for housing, when landlords were trying to kill Lagosians, what did Jakonde do? He embarked on building low-cost houses. And that drastically brought down the cost of housing. Please, since Sanwo-Olu became governor, how many houses has he built? When Bola Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, please tell me how many housing estates he built. So please we must apply some level of decency when we talk about these things, not just because we feel that, oh, they're in power. No, they're in power, but what are they doing? What are they doing to affect the lives of the people positively? Do you know how many Nigerian children are out of school?
All right, sir.
You hear that doctors have gone back on strike.
It's midnight, gone, and they go start their strike, sir.
I say, I know what I went through in 2012, I think, yeah. I know what I went through in Lasut. The day doctors went on strike, they shut down the entire place. People were told, go and carry your sick ones out. Lagos was turned into something else. Most hospitals were turned into graveyards. So please, the government needs to act as if there is no boss. I keep saying it. We are done. We are tired. We have been beaten blue-black. We have been dehumanized in our own country by those who claim to be our leaders.
All right, sir. Okay, so very quickly, let's just, I want to open phone lines now. Let's just pay attention to some insecurity gist way happen before I open phone lines. But before I go straight to that insecurity gist, then way they happen, and make I quickly let you know, say, so President Bola Tinubu, they're saying display his personal philosophy and showed where he is coming from when he gave mercy to some drug traffickers and grantors, Miriam Sander. Nanoga I talked this on to Arise Television, Thursday nights, yesterday night, that the president's decision was informed by his personal philosophy of compassion shaped by his life experience. So now what's he making give people?
I mean, what do you mean life experience? Make we know now pressures. When see, this presidency is acting anti-clockwise. Yes. This is our president now.
He's saying anti-clockwise. Because of old age. You're not saying give
old age.
Sir?
He's acting anti-clockwise because of old age and depravity. Yes.
Say he show compassion because of where they come from. I'm making give those people. Now waiting by another talk. So
well, for me, your president wants to be God against himself, against Nigerians. He wants to be God. I've always asked this question, and I'll ask you, and I'll keep asking people. You may not have an answer to it. When somebody comes and kills somebody in a community, and the people in the community believe that that person should be stoned to death, somehow, the person got arrested and sentenced to life. 10 years down the line, somebody clean a flag that he calls clemency, releases that man. And the man goes back into the society. Precious, do you think that society will be one? Don't you think that a lot of people in that society that are angry, frustrated, will want to kill that man? You need to know the fight NDA is fighting over drug in this country. You need to know the kind of the exposure our younger generations have been exposed to when it comes to drugs.
All right, so there is no time. I just wanted us to gloss through that quickly and move on.
No, there's time. Now you bring matter up. There is time.
Just say make we
There is time. The time now is for us to tell these people who call themselves leaders to wake up. A lot of the young Nigerians are being damaged by drugs brought in by these drug barons that your president set free.
But he don't revoke them now.
Revoke what?
He don't cancel them now.
Must the president act in such a way in the first place? So why do you have the NDLA? Why do you have the EFCC? Who run after Yahoo boys every day? Why? It's unfortunate that Nigeria is a country where those who are being deprived of their rights end up paying those who are depriving them of the same rights. It's a shame.
Okay, sir. So as you just talk this one, and as I make I tell you the next one will be happen. You know, get to put mouth like that. I just make I just report and give you. You know, say that one will buy your talks. If I'm not talking too much, I just talk and sharp. So the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawan, they don't tell Nigerian youth. See, this protest one of the protests no go work. Instead of una to protest, instead of you to protest, to want to stop to protest, make una rather focus on negotiating with Tinubu government and waiting on
that pressure. That whoever said that thing is a non-entity. Due respect to that person. This is what happens when people live off the resources of others. You're going to negotiate. Who are you negotiating with? What is the platform that has been created for negotiation? So Nigerians, youth who are seeking for employment should go and negotiate with the government and say, Baba, why you not give us work now? And Baba will say, factories are closed down. People should go home. Give me 1 year. Give me 6 years. When those factories come back, what are you talking about? What is the lifestyle of your political leaders?
And from that one, we
compared to the lifestyle of the ordinary Nigerians. What is their lifestyle? Or you're not aware that some governors travel out of Nigeria to go and do birthday party?
Okay, sir. So I'm not going to leave that one. Make we just end that. So jump into the
you're not aware that the charter Nigerians, they go abroad to go and do birthday party. I don't blame them. I blame Nigerian youths who sell themselves for 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. I blame them.
Okay, sir. All right, so many things don't they happen as it gets to do with insecurity. I've been no one put mouth for waiting concerning Natasha and Akpabio, but as it gets to do with insecurity, we hear
there's precious. There's nothing going on between Natasha and Akpabio. It's just misrepresentation by the media that has been bought over by the APC government. Natasha gave an invitation to the National Assembly that come and commission project. It was not a special invite to Mr. President, Senate President, who also believes it was not. For the fact that Natasha was sent on suspension, for the fact that Natasha have a private, personal issue with the Senate President, does not stop her from inviting the senators. And you know how the procedure, invitations are sent to the Senate President, who not passes it to the senators. So now make Senate President not take credit. No feel they feel like Don Jazzy. There's no Don Jazzy anyway. It was an open invitation sent to the National Assembly, and as it is, he's the one that will read it. So please let us get the facts. Natasha has come out to say, I did not send any personal invitation to your Senate President. I sent invitation to the National Assembly, to the senators.
Okay. All right, sir. So moving on. So we hear the terrorists abduct several traders for bringing Gwari community for Kaduna State. That one, now one Matawi Day Grant. Another one, one person don't die for stampede as Niger residents be the struggle to get the cash money we be say Governor Bago they give them ahead of the local government election we won't happen. person can't die for the stampede. One Al-Qaeda linked terror group, Islamic, don't claim first attack for inside Nigeria. See, they bold their chest. They thought, say, Nigerian army officer die. So Afiseme could just put mouth on that one very, very sharply. In fact, I get the video of when they talk about not people and fool, but we could just get.
First and foremost, let me.
So the terrorist group, what do they call JNIM fighters? They don't release video of their attack on our soldiers. They hide them and they bring her out on a soldier. And I be the first ever attack. We will not attack on her. From the attack, according to them, they say they unalive one soldier. So one soldier.
I just wanted to establish it so that they don't go tossing my mouth to hear them.
Precious, let me start from the governor. It's in Niger State. You know, evil spreads fast, just like bad news. And like I said, you have a society where governors believe they have immunity, they can do and undo. Nothing will happen to them. What has happened in Niger State has led to stampede. What is different between that with what Soludo wants to do in Anambra State? What's the difference? And this is because they know that they have weaponized poverty. And because they have weaponized poverty, the people have become so hungry, beaten, and can no longer reason on their own. That is why Charles Soludo, a professor, will open his mouth and start offering cash reward. And then you ask yourself, if these people are truly leaders, if these people understand what leadership is all about, will they want to bribe their way into power? Will they? They will not. But it is what it is. Second base.
Okay, so second base now, the PDP convention, then say courts don't stop INEC from recognizing any outcome of the convention where they happen. But meanwhile, PDP they stop and say they won't go ahead with the convention. How you think say PDP won't you survive this one? That now waiting people they talk. And plus say courts just sack one PDP person, House of Rep member, way deport, go to APC. Sack and say you cannot leave your party like that. People they talk say appellate that is court, higher court, and they go fit sustain this sack. I be then go saying a lie. Come here.
The judiciary is making a mockery of
phone lines. Nigerians phone line. Make a quickly announce to them so phone lines are open, sir. Nigerians phone lines are open. Please, I know you're itching to jumping on the conversation, including those of you who want to roast me today. So please join the conversation. Call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. 0817-029-4077. Or you just follow the link I don't put for the pinned post. The link will bring you straight into the studio, make you fit contribute for inside the show. Today on a Friday, so make we just do them small. Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
You know, the whole thing is laughable. Very, 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 very laughable. But what do you want to say? The judiciary is making a mockery of itself. Honestly speaking. Because the judiciary has become too politicized and they have lost a grip on themselves. In one breath, you're sacking somebody who defected. In the other breath, 27 House of Assembly members defected in Rivers State. And the same court was giving judgment supporting it. Governors are defecting every day to APC. How many of them have been sacked by the courts? Precious, please, forget these people. Forget the judiciary. The judiciary has sold its conscience. They have lost the integrity. They have lost the trust of the people. And this is very, very shameful. So I beg, forget them.
Okay.
Let me do.
Phone lines are open, Nigerians. Let's jump in on the conversation very quickly. Mr. Mopa, see you at the back, but let's just finish with this caller. Good evening and welcome.
Hey, Precious.
Sir?
Can you hear me?
Very well. Welcome, sir. Waiting be your name and where you call from?
This is Ken Agulu from Washington, D.C.
You're welcome. Now Washington, they make us feel bad this night, though. You can't they call me from there. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. I want to tell you, many Nigerians are rejoicing for the designation of Nigeria. Let me tell you that because there's many implications. First of all, I want to tell your audience that Trump is aware that Tinubu donated $6 million to Kamala Harris' presidential campaign.
How you take note that one?
Listen. I'm here now. I know people that work in State Department. So Trump is aware of that. Okay? So he's aware. Okay? Second, you see that drug issue that is in US? You're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be open. Everybody's gonna see what's gonna happen. So once Trump knows that we are supporting his opponent, he's gonna finish you. And he's gonna finish Tinubu. Tinubu knows why he don't wanna come to America. So I know the Tinubu camp and Tinubu himself is panicking because that drug thing, people are saying is under the rug. No, it's gonna come up. The time will come when you build, and that will really decide whether Tinubu will contest the 2027 election, because that will be open, everything will be there. Now, why did I say that this is a good thing? It is up to Nigeria to prove to the world that those IDP people will go back to their ancestral homes, that those terrorists doing this will be taken care of. Nigeria have the capacity to do that. But if they don't do that, that is up to them. And many of them coming to America here, they won't be coming. So there's a lot that goes with that designation. And they know, even the judges, all of them that are trying to come here for a conference, they're not going to get visa to come. And also, for non-politicians and politicians, anybody, you know how Nigerians get their children here, get their wives here, they have kids and whatever. And you know that Trump went to the Supreme Court to stop that, and the U.S. Supreme Court did not. So what Trump did is the revocation of everybody that his or her kids were born here, but they're still in Nigeria or whatever, and they're using that to come to America. All their visas have been revoked.
But the children's green card will not be revoked. Sorry, the children's...
No, the children green card. The children are late on
they are citizens. Their citizenship will not be revoked now.
No, their citizens are not. They are 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. They're still in Nigeria. Okay? And normally, their parents use that to get a visa for extended time, maybe 4 years, 5 years, or whatever. They're not going to come. So they have to wait till their children are 21 years. And that 21 years, the children will apply for them. And by 21 years, these guys are over 80-something or 70-something years. There will be no need for them to come to America. So that is what is happening today in America. So we are rejoicing because let Nigeria, Muslim ticket or whatever, if they don't want to do the right thing, America will tell them, because all of them want to come to America. Forget about them going to Dubai or whatever. Most of them want to come to America. And by the way, Nike will never smell American soil. His name is there. He's banned from coming to America. Forget about what he's saying. I don't want America. No, he cannot come to America. Even if his children apply for him, it will be denied. He is on the red. He's right there on the red book of America and what he did in the election and what he's doing today. So that's what I want your audience to know, that we are rejoicing. Let Tinubu do the right thing. He has the capacity to do the right thing. He has the capacity to stop Muslim tickets. He has the capacity to take these IDP people back to their central hand. He has to do that. And the America will be monitoring the progress made by them, and which they're not going to make. So that's all I would just want to put to your audience.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's get straight to the calls. Good evening and welcome. Good evening, Mr. Mop. Mr. Mop, if you're not there, let me meet someone else.
I'm here.
Friday. Let's see you, Joe.
I'm here. I'm here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Mr. Chidaka.
Well done, no.
There's somebody
well done,
that's asking you questions. So the person say you go Great Gregory and him in go Great Gregory. When I won't do reunion for here. They ask questions since for you need the answer. I say make I call your attention to that. Where that post?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he's been asking that question since, and I thought to call your attention to it because I always see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been busy, you know.
All right.
But having said that, the last caller that called, I think sometimes we need to be careful when we make a statement. Okay, you know, I'm not a fan of Tinubu. Tinubu has been in this country. You know, remember the first UN nation he was here.
Yes,
and he was there as recently as this year. You know, when he was going to Japan. He did stop over in California. So, but the rest of the drug dealing and that kind of things, you know, that's a different topic. So let's focus on what's happening right now. I think you stated, is that confirmed that US had designed Nigeria as a country of CPC? I mean, from what I gathered, because I did my research, there's no concrete evidence that it has happened as of today. You know, I went through the Office of United States. That has not actually been happening. I think it's kind of a fake news. But as of today, no, it's not confirmed. I can bet on it. I did check.
What? The Trump designation.
It has not been. Okay, let me tell you what my own understanding. I don't know what you have. Okay, I'm just talking about my own opinion.
Go ahead.
As of today, Nigeria has not been, you know, designated as, you know, as
I said Trump.
See
Trump's handwriting in his Truth Social. He just announced it, and he has ordered the necessary House of Rep members or congressmen, perhaps Secretary of State, to also take the appropriate steps.
When did this happen? What's the date?
So you're asking me. So, Mr. Mopa, shock for you. So you go believe, send me, I will come tell you waiting to the happen. That's very
no, because I have not seen this. But the latest that I have was
for it to be true. Al Jazeera has carried this. Different media houses carry, and before I come post them here. How can you think that I'm carrying something that is? No, that's not fair on me.
No. I'm not saying you carrying.
No, it sounded like it is not true. Like it's fake. It's not true. That's what you just insinuated. I would never do that. Okay.
I take my word back. Okay, Precious. I guess I was going by what I just read earlier because I've not been following.
Al Jazeera has carried it. Different other. Maybe I should screenshot Al Jazeera's story and send to you so that you see it. Why would I do that?
Oh man. Okay. No. Pardon me for that. I was just saying.
It's supposed to be made by the U.S. Secretary of State, not by Trump. You understand? Now, something where the Secretary of State supposed make happen, right?
Yeah, Mark Ruby.
Exactly. So perhaps this one I invest, you know, as on our gap for the editor. This one I initial ginger. Maybe after now, the rest fee happen, or maybe the fit still no do them.
No, once the Secretary of State make a statement, that's coming from the White House, okay? Is the White House opinion. So Mark Rubio cannot just come and make a statement without being confirmed. So I'm very surprised because I was going to pivot from a different angle, you know, talking about the international religious freedom, you know, because I know they have been pressuring the White House to design Nigeria as a country of, you know, concern, even the United States Congress. But I didn't know. I thought it was already on the table. That was my understanding. But I didn't know it has officially been announced. This must have happened today. You know, I'm not.
This just happened this evening, like just now, for some news outlets. I just an hour ago. It's just happened. It just happened.
Oh my God. Okay, then I'm going to change. I'm going to change my narrative. I'm going to talk about the implication of this,
so that others can jump in on the same.
Yeah. Thank you, Precious. This is not good for Nigeria. Let's call it what it is, okay? Because of our economy, you know, we are going through indeed dispensation. This is going to have a lot of implication, and I'm going to make it sharp because I wanted to talk about this. It's going to have effect on, you know, investor, you know, perception. That's one. The aid and trade program, definitely. Tourism and, you know, diaspora relationship, currency and inflation impact. Definitely, it's going to have an effect on Nigeria. Let's not just kid ourselves, okay? I mean, Nigeria is, you know, I don't know the trajectory we're heading right now, whether it's for good or for worse. But this is not what Nigeria need at this particular time. I just mentioned at least four things economically, the economic implication where we have in Nigeria. You know, I don't know where we go from. I don't know where we go from here. You know, I mean, like I said, you know, this might deter the investors. You know, monetary wise, it's going to affect in Nigeria, but you can flip it on the other side. Say, okay, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe that will make the Nigerian government to refocus for reform about definitely know what's going on in Nigeria. You know, if they are definitely because they've been denying about the genocide. Now maybe they can work on the security. That's the plus part of it. But where does Nigeria go from now before they started doing reform? We know about the kind of government we have. They are noticed for being denier, even when something is right there in their face. You know, they try to play game. So this is a different ball game. I didn't come here for that. I was going to talk about where the was before, but right now this happened this evening. It's a different implication.
So just
Okay,
as a pointer, this is from Washington Post. You can see they already posted it. That was an hour ago. They posted an hour ago.
Precious.
Sir,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Evidence, make it the same now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. When I say fake news, I don't mean that you bring it in. I'm talking about the place that news is emancipated from. Fake. That's what I mean, not you. But I
would never carry any news that I cannot confirm now. I can't confirm, I'll say that unconfirmed report to Nadem Tokamon. Do you understand?
All right. Thank you very much. So let me leave it at that.
All right. Thank you.
Like I said, I'm giving at least 4 or 5 implications, economic implication.
Of course, we know that. Of course, we know that investors.
So, yeah. Let me go back about what you said earlier. You said something about the military coup. When I first heard about the military coup, like I said, I've been going. When I first heard about the military coup, I wasn't sure it was going to happen in this present dispensation. I'm thinking that it's going to be very difficult for people to even think about coup, and the government is playing around it like it was some discipline action. Even the excuse they gave is not even plausible, And this actually just happened. I think, like I said, I'm kind of behind. The last information I have about the number of people in the coup was 18. They say 2 of them was on the run, apart from the 16 earlier. But right now, you are confirming to be about 40 something, right?
Yes.
So the situation is escalating. They shouldn't be playing at that. I can understand their men, when they try to play down the whole thing because of the implication, try not to, rattle the whole country. Maybe that's the angle they are going right now. But this has gone beyond that, okay? They need to be transparent. If they want you, they need to be transparent to the country. Come out and tell us exactly how many people, and if the people has to be designated as something like whether it's going to be firing squad or whatever, in order to deter other people. And what I'm looking at what actually transpired. This is the northern coup. You can call it the northern coup, okay? Because almost all of them are from the north, and most of them are kind of young. They're what we call semi-Gen Z. It's not like people in this 60, 70, it's kind of mixed up. If you calculate the numbers, it's considered like semi-Gen Z, I'm planning this. And what I heard, they have been planning this coup since December last year, 2024. That's what I heard, from a different sources. So this has been in the making. And the people that is planning the coup, they are in charge of many of the, many of the military based frontline offices. So it would have been a bloodshed. I don't know where we could have been right now because what's going on in Africa, particularly in West Africa, I mean, you had a Guinea-Bissau. That's a coup already. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're very informed. Of course, you know what's going on. You know what's going on the road. Whatever. No, I trust you. Okay, you the iron lady. That's why we come to you. Okay. So, but anyway, I don't want to keep everybody. I don't want to keep people going. I want to stay more. I've taken much of your time, but thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Okay? Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Bye. All right. Okay, let's have someone else jumping on the conversation. Hey, Mr. Mope. Sorry, it's not Mr. Mope. It's Mr. Hey, Mr. T.Y. Danjuma. Oh, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Precious. How are you today?
I'm very well. I should be very well, Lou. I think I am still.
Good. Great.
Go ahead.
Prince Silaka, good evening. No.
Make a bring and come the mountain in the backyard.
Today.
Make a friend. Oh yeah, Prince
Silaka, I salute you.
How you do?
I don't know who provoked you today. Oh, today you're on fire. everything where you talk, I agree. I agree to everything we talk. Precious.
Sir?
You know, I feel bad for the government because the load where they don't take their head go carry. It be like person where see swarm of bees, where inside where you go come out, you go put your head inside, you know what in big go do. I feel very, very, very sorry for them. Their lies are catching up with them. Lie about coup or no coup, lie about genocide or no genocide, lie about the economy going very well, lie about everything is just coming to a head, and I feel very, very for them. It's an indication that that's not how to run government. Government has to be transparent. Government has to carry people along. So that's the only where you they do good, you say yes, this area we don't do good. Where they do bad, you say they do. Must they borrow from Lai Mohammed? Must they continue to pander and promote propaganda instead of very clear and realistic objectives where they don't achieve? It's a shame. I mean, look at the prerogative of mercy. See how they disgrace the president. 175 people. You just pardon. EFCC spent about 11 years prosecuting a drug baron, and they sentenced the person this year. He never even reached 1 year. He never served up to 1 year. Somebody put in name as somebody who should be granted pardon. What kind of message does this send? And then Bayo come out to say, the president is a kind person and because of his experience. Yes, I agree. I think this is the only first time where I agree with him. The president
they won't let you like I hear the experience, but be like only me hear the experience. Only me hear. And I didn't ask her that question again. When I say,
I catch him.
Talk about that. So I be the one I couldn't say which experience go make.
If not me, in job don't end. If not me, in job don't end. Because it's going somewhere.
Say because of the experience, they get to
Where could I leave that matter? The man not to experience anything.
To make you grant experience, killers, pardon. I only want to ask.
Maybe they're trying to say that those are people that he has related with in the past.
Now you talk about. Now you talk that one. So he was right. That's the only time where I agree with him. Because he was spot on when he said that. So president own and I own either. But fortunately, what is grace? Out of 1 trimmer down to now, I think about 34. Who the chairman committee on prerogative of mercy, the person where they head up, now attorney general, and minister for justice. Where did they draft that list? Where the council we can't go through them, they can't submit them to president. What kind of country is that? Who does that? What are you trying to promote? People where them spend money to prosecute, and then you can't include even as a law is a general. You can't include people where state law where commit crime under the state, not under the federal, and you know quite clearly that the president does not have jurisdiction to pardon those people, and you include them. It's only the state governor that can do that. So someone was sleeping on his duty, and this grace, nobody's going to be punished for it. Can you imagine the nonsense? That is what we are seeing all over the place. Now, if it takes Trump to make a declaration, and that jolting already, you see, the federal government don't panic. Now, the military don't they? These past days, I hear now there's reorganization going on, and the military is fighting like anything.
You don't hear all the attacks which just happen and killings which just happen.
No, they said they don't wake up. Generals have been reassigned, and so on and so forth. What kind of country is this? Must you wait? You knew this thing. You saw the killings. Don't even go to what I know if you go because of flood. What kind of thing is that? Every day people are being killed. Every day people are being killed. And we just sit down. And then you say people should not say this is genocide. And a particular people, now they kill them. Nothing is done. They kill for Ondo. President say, who? How do you know? So it's obvious. We shot ourselves from the foot. We did this to ourselves. So while I sympathize for the consequences, but that is why you must come out and speak the truth. That's why you must come out and be proactive. That's why you must come out, and, be a government for the people, not just for a few. If you are not ready to confront the challenges, but you are ready to be given excuses, we inherited it didn't start from me. Government exists to correct, government exists to solve problems. You can't, that's not an excuse. So if you cannot do it, if you cannot stay in the kitchen because it's hot, get out of there. It's a shame. I don't know how he's going to carry all this problem, because everything we don't happen now. You can't blame foreign countries. You blame yourself because you have not done what you're supposed to do. Pure and simple. Make I live on there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Agati Waidanjuma. Thank you. Prince Francis Chilaka, do you have anything to say?
Yes, to say about what?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. Nigeria's phone lines are still open. Let's just take more of your reactions. Good evening, Mr. Edwin. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, my sister Precious. Good evening.
Welcome. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Prince Chilaka, good evening.
My brother, how now?
Yeah, we did, can't we? Precious, I just want to run through some small things when I just judge. Say the other day, I tell you, say, PDP no go hold convention, say the judgment is in my hand. So you see, I'm going to deliver around today, then deliver that judgment today for Abuja, Abi. Say I tell you now.
But PDP said they go.
I say now James Omotocho go deliver that judgment. And when he go deliver around, he go stop PDP from holding the convention. Maybe you dey doubt me. I don't want to give you the sources of my information for Nigeria yet. By the time I open up to you, you self go fear for that studio. Say no, I'm not go fit to read this one for my channel. I told you the man was going to deliver that judgment. Judgment was procured 2-3 weeks ago, and I saw the transcript in my hand.
They deliberately bring them close, very close to the convention.
Yes. Now they do something, but I told you that one. When I tell you say there was a coup attempt, when people were doubting, the very next day, I was able to confirm that. I did here. I did Gidigba. They only say we don't want to put people like you into Nigeria. Tinubu's government. So that is why I try to. Sometimes I will dilute the information when I get. I will just give you the tips. Say this. I knew it was going to happen.
I don't know, my brother. There's some things I'm able because so I know self the problem in my head.
Yes. So I just want to talk about the Christians being slaughtered in Nigeria. Over and over and over again, I have emphasized on the fact that there is just this genocide. Christians are being killed. I spoke about that long time ago, and I was just over the moon when I heard that breaking news. Trump has designated Nigeria as a country of concern. Whatever the economic or political implications, it doesn't really matter. Nigerians are already suffering. What other economic sanctions will be placed on Nigeria that will make them not suffer what they are already suffering? They are already used to it. So I remember my grandma, they tell me, say, the rat will go hide for on top of kitchen smoke. In those already, they used to smoke. So nothing where you go to take drama and come over there. So Nigerians are already used to that. So that's the way I see it. It's just that my people did there. Every one of them will suffer. But for anybody to dispute that fact, that very claim, somebody like Bishop Kuka, they want sugarcoat waiting they happen. I don't know, maybe they don't see him, APC don't go see him, all those kind of things. Otherwise, I was just damn shocked when I heard that his remark. What was he trying to insinuate? That Christians are not being slaughtered in Nigeria? Go to Benue, Plateau, Southern Kaduna, Southern Adamawa, Southern Borno. The Christians are being slaughtered left, right, and center. And the man just came and was trying to paper over the whole issue. No, they are not. What was he trying to? I couldn't just get it. This is a man that I've admired over the years, for his bold stances on issues in Nigeria. All of a sudden, which kind of 360-degree turn be that? There was a girl who was killed in Sokoto, where is the Catholic diocese the other time. A young girl who was slaughtered, who was attending one of these higher institutions there. What did he do? What did he say about that slaughter? That girl that was just burned to death. Live, they even recorded that girl's killing. We were in this same country when a group of people just beheaded somebody under Abacha regime in Kanu, hoisted his head and started to march over Kanu. It is this same Nigeria, nothing happened. So when I said, look, let us not just overflow that issue. It is confirmed, except if we are playing to the gallery in Nigeria, just like as we usually do. No Christians being slaughtered, no this, no that. The authorities know it now. They all know if it takes Trump now to not clamp down on Nigerian authorities, so be it. We will bear the consequences. All of us, there will be more phone calls from Nigeria for money for this. That is the worst thing that will happen to people like us who are in the diaspora. So there is nothing that we've not seen about Nigeria. I just really want to talk briefly about these defections, about the way APC have tried, because I know the template has always been there. They wrote it there, Akpabio and all the likes, that they want to make Nigeria a one-party state. What I'm trying to emphasize here is that if they try that thing in Nigeria, because the way these people are defecting left, right, and center, and you wonder what is pursuing them. Is it just that APC has become an attractive party that they can't do without the APC from winning their elections? How can people, just today now, there was one court judgment where a PDP member who defected was sacked or something. Then I was saying, if Supreme Court had taken a firm decision right from the onset. There was a lawmaker who defected and was sacked by the court.
But the problem, no, now a high court, my second. The problem is, he go appeal him. If he appeal him, he go win or he go lose. That's not the question.
Nigeria, if every look, our judiciary is already gone, so they've already been bought over by Wike and the Tinubu cabal. So there's nothing we do about it. If the Zamfara governor now defers to APC, this so-called sacking of that assemblyman, it will be overturned. The judges now, the James Omotochos, they are there. So all these people, all these appeal court judges, Supreme Court, James Okoro, Inyang, all those, they are all there. So these are Wike's judges. They are not his lawyers, they are his judges. They give judgment, but no justice whatsoever, as I've always emphasized. So that is the issue. And then lastly, I want to talk about Duoye Diri. Now you can see there are certain people that are still principled. His deputy. That man left the Senate when he was picked as the deputy governor, and then to be the running mate to Duoye Diri. And I remember how Duoye Diri became governor of Bayelsa State. Just at the 11th hour, a governor won that seat then, although that governor was another kind of candidate that is akin to the one we have in Edo State. Similar, they were just the same thing. That one, I didn't know how that one got the ticket in the first place, but he won that seat. But it looks as if we still had a semblance of people of conscience at the Supreme Court then. And then the fact that Buhari was there at the helm of affairs. I always said the only thing I admired about Buhari was that the man never interfered in virtually all the off-cycle elections in Nigeria. Under his time, INEC, although Professor Mahmoud, that man is the worst chairman that INEC has ever produced. Under him, that election went well. The APC man won. The Supreme Court gave a firm judgment that his deputy, his running mate, came with Chicago qualifications. Just like what our Supreme Court couldn't even hear, let alone overturn now. And they gave a judgment. They said, look, you can't bear how many names. You are this in one of the certificates, you are this in the other, you are that. All just like what we have from our Chicago and our Toronto or whatever it is. So that was how he became governor. And that man, all of a sudden, he's not going for any second term or nothing. I know maybe because of EFCC and the rest. How will you just lead your state to another party like that? You know, the president, they are all buying to now, the party they are all now running to. If the president had left his party, as at the time, maybe the APC had sway, the PDP had sway, would they have had all these parties to run to? In fact, if Tinubu had not been given the chance, Tinubu and his cabal had not been given the chance by Goodluck Jonathan, will APC have come into existence in the first place? But what is happening now is that as we speak, even the AGC members, even in my local authority, they can't come together. They are being harassed and beaten by even security agencies, and it's across the nation. That is what we are hearing. You know? So if this trend continues, like as I've always said, something will happen. No, if they like, maybe they arrest 40 of them first, maybe they do what they do, something will still happen. If this trend continues up till mid-2026, going to 2027, something will happen. And I bet you, I will come back here and tell you, say, Precious, I think I tell you, I don't want any military intervention in Nigeria. No, we don't want that. But when people or a group of people are pushed to the wall, where the country has become so lawless, where democracy no longer thrives. You know, I've always said we are not practicing democracy in the first place. We aren't. And I've always said Tinubu is not a Democrat. For instance, look, see this book where they promote the way the other guy. I have my copy here now, and I have read midway into it.
Oh wow! Thank you so much for buying.
Yeah. I just got the copy sometimes last week, and I've been.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, and I would like to meet the author one day. Make I talk to her. And then there's another one. Why nations fail?
If he joins us on Saturday, maybe not this Saturday because tomorrow I'll be in transit again, so I'm unsure of when I can make it live. Okay. But if he perhaps joins tomorrow or the next Saturday, please ensure to call in and let's discuss the book.
Oh yes, a lot to talk about. A lot. The man just gave vivid account of things that we all saw has been happening, and that's why I was even interested. I said, let me get that book and read it. And it is just to enhance one's knowledge. Abuse of power, yes, is as the title states, complete abuse of power. And then the other one, why nations fail. This one is not by a Nigerian author, but you probably have read this book, Precious. Yes. If you read this book, you know exactly. And Nigeria is not far from there. We are even there. We are on the verge of it. So that is it. If we are not careful, all that we are clamoring for now and saying this left, right, and center, it will all come to naught. And the warning should go to President Tinubu if he still wants to become president in the remaining 2.5 years or 2 years left of his administration. That is my brief take on what has been happening. Prince Chilaka, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
At least I follow Prince Chilaka, follow every one of them now. They post, they do everything. That is the little we can do, at least, to support you. Thank you very much. Good night, Prince Chilaka. Yeah.
Good night, sir. All right. Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Good evening. Am I on?
Yes, you are on. You are on now, sir. What is your name and where are you calling from?
So my name is Simon. I'm calling you from Bristol in the UK.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this link you have finished. I don't know if maybe you have.
You're live on air. No, the link did not finish. You can join the show.
Okay, that's fine. So I was just listening to the last person speak. I just felt that there's a lot of issues that need to be looked in by the citizenry. The people need to come out and look at all these issues. The issue of these southern governors defecting. It's all about corruption. It's corruption.
It's about what? Yeah, okay.
Corruption. They are so corrupt in the way they run their states that they cannot hide away from those money that they've stolen. And I know some few governors. I know them very well. Send their families abroad. They just launder the money from the state. The security money. They vote. They themselves vote the money into trillions or billions or whatever, and then they just take the money in cash and then they transfer. And these are the things that make our exchange rate, to be so porous and weak. I think that's the major issue where you see people want to defend because the EFCC is on their back. And this is a style of Tinubu as a leader. is a type of person that will if you're not for him, then he will send the dog after you. You know. So all these people you see, just like you see, Jonathan wanted to become, just wanted to contest. He hasn't even made his intention, and they're already investigating him. So it tells you a government that is not no tolerance, insensitive, and no compassion. You know, and these things are the things that will burn down as a nation. You know, we are actually deteriorating as a nation. We are going backward as a nation. We are actually going very, very low. I saw this UN list just came out that Nigeria is the worst place to actually live as a human being on Earth. You know? So I don't know. This is a very serious issue, and I think Nigerians should wake up to this very quickly. But they should attack their governors. Those governors who are actually defecting, they should attack them in a way that they should make it clear to them that they've lost their position completely. You know, they should be shamed. And it's difficult for the Northerners because the Northern governors, they are so strong in the sense that they listen to their people much more than the South. You know, so they are struggling, even though they want to defect, they know what the backlash will be like. But just look at the state, look at Tinubu, the man just defected and the people are just there. You know? If it's somewhere in Kano, that won't happen, they will stone that governor. Every time he goes out, they will stone him. And these are the things that they will see, and they make them know that the people are not happy. They're not happy, you know. So the people should, for me, I see everything coming back to the people. And the event that has been happening in Africa and part of the world, particularly in most of these African countries, must shake waves to the government. You know, when Tinubu started to rule, I knew that this man wants to be sat down there, you know, like a dictator. You know, the first signs of a dictator in power is to be able to control the institution, to put them in his pocket, to be able to put people that he know he can manipulate or can work his bidding. Just like he makes sure that the Inspector General, who is supposed to have left long ago, they changed the law. Before then, the lawmakers have been all corrupt. They've stuck money into the throat. They do whatever he wants to do. So he can use them to manipulate these people. So you put that man there and look at what is happening. So scary with the Nigerian police. I just saw a video yesterday of young NYC student who was going somewhere. I don't know where they're going. And the police stopped away and said they should send them some money. And the young guy said, I don't have money. He said, okay, buy petrol for me. And he said, transfer some money for petrol for them, maybe 15,000. I don't know how much he transferred to them. As soon as the policeman saw the balance in his allowance, they kidnapped the student. They kidnapped them. And they started paying money, asking for ransom. You know. So all these things are happening within the Nigerian police. So these people that are supposed to protect the people are now the criminals. Because you have a criminal leader on top, right? Inspector General down. When you have an Inspector General that is not supposed to be there, illegal, is there illegality? So what do you expect people to do? He doesn't have time. So you can see these things that is happening is we use our hand to cause these things for ourselves as a nation. We use our hand. And it's hard for us to really get out of this, except we have to use the same hand to get out. You know. And going further with this issue of what I just said, you see what's happening in Tanzania, what's happening in Cameroon.
Have you heard that of Tanzania? It's boiling. It's boiling. I just didn't want to bore us with that Tanzania jizz.
Yeah.
And people are dying already. People are dying already over the protest. I don't understand. Oh, goodness.
And the government here in Nigeria are shaking. They will have even sent a letter of congratulation down to those presidents, if not that, of these boiling things. And they are afraid because they are saying that the people are beginning to wake up. And you can see even in Nigeria, people are saying those things happening in Africa, and they are tearing Tinubu's billboard. They are burning it now. So these are the signals that we Nigerians need to start showing to that man that we don't need you because this is you are taking us backward. You're taking Nigeria backward. And then, as I was saying previously, that the sign of a dictator is to be able to get all the institutions in his pocket. The Supreme Court and all the courts in Nigeria, they're actually doing the bidding of the president and the minister in Abuja. I don't know what that man's name is. They are doing their bidding, you know. So the is under their pocket. This the what's this called, the House of Assembly, which is supposed to be the main legislative government, they are saying his mandates, anything he wants to bring in his mandates, and even though some of them are saying this loan this man is taking for 40 years or 50 years, you cannot pay it. But they are still signing it. Nobody cares. It's as if they have blind ears and blind eyes. They come and sit down there, collect their fat money, and they sign their life and their children. They don't even care. So it tells me one thing about Nigeria, average Nigerian. We Nigerians, we are so self-centered. We have lost every nationalist trace in our life. We don't even know. All we think about is how we can steal for ourselves. So I think in reorientation, we need to reorient ourselves again as a nation, as a people. We need to come together and stop this idea of tribalism, this idea of selfishness, self-centered.
Thank you. I agree with you.
I saw somebody that resigned. I think what's his name from the North? Resigned from Tinubu's government. I think it was early this year.
Yes. That was one Aliyu. He's from Kogi State.
Yes.
Go ahead.
He resigned. The other person that resigned was this Dati's brother also resigned. You can see these Northerners are resigning because they see something that is very unethical. Why are the Southerners? What's the Vicky, and what's that man called? All the Southerners, why are they even part of the criminality? Very seriously embedded into this criminality. Precious, you can't imagine how much this government has kept away for this election. The man at the top is so desperate to be president. His only thing now that will stop him is two things: the Nigerian people and the pressure coming from America. Because Donald Trump is really not, keen to have him there.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. We need to wrap up so that I can let Prince Francis Chilaka go.
Okay, Prince Chilaka is still there.
Yes, he is. He's still here. It's already morning. It's midnight already.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say that we need to
just continue and conclude. Let's go ahead and conclude.
Try to conclude that the only way we can build this country is to come together as a nation. We should speak one language. We should see our enemy, because these people, they are not up to 2% of our population. We should see them as our enemy. And we don't need to wait till 2027. We should start that process, that movement now. That movement needs to start now, because if I wait till 2027, you see what happened in Cameroon. It was late. Even though they started early, we need to start that movement now. So I'm just calling on Nigerians, wherever we are, we should unite together as one. We should speak with one voice. We should see our enemies, people that are stealing our money, bringing terrorists into our country, killing our people, kidnapping our people. These are our enemies. We should see them and find how we can combine ourselves together and say no. And it starts by little things, like the NYC girl that came out and said no. And the whole nation followed. And it was no. So we need to start saying no at this point. We shouldn't wait till 2026 or 2027. Any opportunity we have, we should come together and say no. And this bigotry, we should forget about it. Let's unite together, because even if you are an Igbo man or you are a Hausa man or wherever you come from, it's the same market you go. The same way you're going to suffer. So we all need to begin to look at ourselves as a human being who wants a better life. Average Nigerians are very hardworking people, intelligent people. So we should begin to identify those things, those traits in us, and begin to say, no, we cannot have mediocre rulers. So let us come together and speak in that manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. Good night. Thank you. All right, Prince Francis Chilaka, I'd like to say a big thank you to you. Thank you. Except you want to. Do you have an addendum?
When people say they want Nigerians to come together and fight dictatorship, you don't stay from outside and throw a stone. You come inside when the kitchen is hot and be part of it. That's just it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I do hope you would have time to join me on Sunday, sir. But for now, let me say goodbye. So we're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
All right. Good night.
Hopefully. Good night, sir. And God bless you. Nigerians, you people should go and follow Prince Francis Chilaka. I didn't tell you people. Follow him aggressively like your village people. Bikono, So see him. He's at seat now. At Prince Chilaka TV. So go there, follow him, like, share, follow his post. And of course, also jump on this, like this post, share it, and let it get to as many people as possible. We love you guys. All of us love honor. Plenty. You know, guys, I'm crazy about you, right? I'll see you tomorrow. I hope that I'm still on transit tomorrow, so I hope that I get stable on time to go live. I will try as much as possible, even if it's a bit late, but I'll try to ensure that I come live, even if it's for 30 minutes, because I always make that promise. I love you guys. Protect your mental health, though. Online Nigeria, won't you? Because he who worries about Nigerian problem and runs away lives to worry another day. From me to you, it's all love. Good night and God bless you. Thank you.